Welcome to Maths with Steve. I'm Steve and we're on question 14, day 14 of the Easter revision series. Right, okay, so pause the video there, have a go at that question, and I'll go over in a sec. Okay, so it says, question 14, here are two squares A and B. The length of each side of square B is 4 centimeters greater than the length of each side of square A. Okay, so the area of square B is 70 centimeters squared greater than the area of square A. Find the area of square B and give your answer to 3 significant figures you must show all your work in. Right, okay, so we don't know what the sides of A are. So let's just say this, right, okay, so we're going to have, let's go for, we'll just call this X, okay? If that's X, then that's X plus 4. Excellent. So therefore, you could say that X squared is the area of A, right? So if you were to, let's try and figure out how to do this. Okay, so it's going to be 70 centimeters squared greater for B than A. So therefore A is going to be, I'm going to write this down, A equals X squared plus 70, right? And we can say that B equals X plus 4 squared. Okay, great. So then we know what we're dealing with there. So we can say that, let's just try and put this into an equation, shall we? If we say X squared plus 70 is equal to X plus 4, and I'm just going to make that double bracket now, X plus 4. Right, let's see where this takes us. I'll be honest with you, right now I'm thinking, I'm not entirely sure where to go with this, but let's work it out. So first off, I'm going to expand those brackets. So I'm going to say that X squared plus 70 equals, right, so I'm going to go X times X, which is X squared, then X, 4X, and then another 4X, so that's going to be plus 8X, and then 4 times 4 is 16 plus 16. Right, okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move everything over to the left-hand side. I'm going to put equal to 0. So I'm going to take away the X squared. So if I take that away from there, I'm going to take it away from there as well. That's going to cancel that straight out. So that's going to make things a whole lot easier, isn't it? Okay, cool. Then I can say, I can do, you know what, I'm going to move it over to the other side actually. I'm going to minus the 70. So I think that will make it a lot easier for me if I do it that way. So 16 take away 70 is going to be minus 54. So I'll go 0 equals 8x minus 54. So all I've done there, just to be clear, is I've just taken away the 70 there and then put it over to this side and take away 70 from there as well. Okay, so 0 equals 8x minus 54. Now I can work out what x is here, can't I? Because I can just say, I can move the 54 over. So I can say that 54 equals 8x. Therefore, x equals 54 divided by 8. Okay, what is 54 divided by 8? 54 divided by 8. 27 over 4, obviously 6.75. I'm just going to call it 6.75. So x equals 6.75. Great. So I found out what x is. That's really, really helpful now to be able to use that going forward. Right. Okay, so we've got that. We know what x is, and it says find the area of square B. Right. Okay. Well, therefore, if I just I'm just going to draw out this square now. So I'm going to say it's 6.75 plus 4. Because you've got to remember we had that plus 4 there, didn't we? So therefore, each side is going to equal 10.75. We need to work out the, the area. Oh, so it's just going to be 10.75 squared. let's just do that. So 10.75 squared equals, okay, that's going to give us 115.5625, and it wants it to 3 significant figures. So I'm going to cut it off after the third, 1, 2, 3, cut it off there. And that 5 is obviously 5 or above, so this 5 here is going to become a 6, isn't it? So it's going to be 116 centimetres squared. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. When I started that, I was thinking, oh, I'm not sure about this, I'm going to have to pause the video and have a go, but I just ploughed on with it and I got through it. And that was just because I thought, let's just try and make it into an algebraic equation. And I followed my nose with it and I got there in the end. And sometimes that can really work. So, and I say this to my students all the time, like if you think, I don't know how I'm going to get to the answer there, have a go, do what you can, because, there's a 4-mark question. You could have got 2 or 3 marks without getting to the answer. I think as soon as you start making them equal to each other at the top here, you're just saying, right, okay, let's just follow that for a bit and see what happens. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can work out what x is. And it's just x plus 4 is a side. And I know how to find the area of a square. And then, it becomes a lot easier, doesn't it? So there you go. That's a perfect example of how to just go with your instincts, do what you know, and get there. All right, I hope that helps. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.